October 30th, 2024. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And what are we going to talk about? Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. We're going to talk about crime. We're going to talk about drugs. We're going to talk about the homeless. And we're going to talk about more of those motorcycles out on the road doing pop wheelies. Now, today I had to go to several different places. And about the last stop was over here on Nolan Road at U.S. Bank. And I pull out of U.S. Bank and I see this motorcycle that's doing pop wheelies behind me. And get about 3/4 on down the road there, about where I-70 is, and guy pops it again. I'm going to show that. He's driving a Suzuki, and this Suzuki's driving, it looks like it's got a dent in the gas tank too, actually be on the right side of it. But I want to show that because I had one of these guys. Don't know if this is the same one. Could be somebody different. Ran up and hit my side mirror one day. Well, they don't like to be photographed because they like to deal those drugs over here in Independence in Kansas City. Now, Kansas City just posted a deal 24 hours ago. I don't know what's happened since then, that they were talking about passing more ordinances about from having these shows and these cars and these chargers and spinning around and making loud noise and all that and everything. And like I said, I'm going to show this bike here. And then we're going to talk about some other things. You know, I've talked about the people that's over in my neighborhood area over here. And a lot of drugs, a lot of stuff going on over here in Independence. Well, they let a whole bunch of people move into these rental properties, a whole bunch of them. Living in, you got 7, 8, 11 people living in one house, and they don't breed good stuff. I mean, that just causes more chaos. But what's really interesting is I showed a video a while back too, where I went out one morning and I took my son's lunch bucket out, and I went out there and I was putting some antifreeze in my vehicle. This gal across the street, she's going and blowing and yelling at me and stuff over across the street. Crazy stuff. Well, you know that karma, destiny, and fate comes back to get you in the end. And, it looks like one of those partiers over there. One of those ones, not just a person, just a normal person goes out and just maybe wants to have a good time, but they're always, doing a lot of other stuff. Well, anyway, her vehicle, she slammed into somebody, and I was talking to one of the next door neighbors that's up way here. It's been out here for many years, probably 30 years or better. And he tells me that basically didn't have no insurance. She was out on the road driving with no insurance. Hit somebody. Well, I wonder what will happen on that deal. Think about this. And she's living back with her brother there. So what's she own? What do you do in a case like that? What if you had a brand new $50,000 or $100,000 Escalade and you had a person like this hit you? That wouldn't be good now, would it? Of course, I guess you could, if they were out working, I guess you could garnish their wages for the rest of their lives, couldn't you? I'm sure they could go after and get so much, and they'd have to pay that vehicle off. Now, I had to work on my car this last week and a half because I had to get it inspected, and it had it's a 2004 Suzuki Rio, and it had a lower ball joint that was bad, and it had one outer tie rod in. Now, I just put a new clutch in it and put new CV joints on it. I was hoping the rest would probably pass this year to get through, but it didn't. So I put a new A-arm on where the ball joint was on the one side, but it took me about 25 hours to cut it out. I didn't have a cutting torch, so I used drill bits and a grinder. Both those bolts broke off that held that A-arm in. And I got it done, no problem. Time I got through between the parts and everything, it was about $180. Not bad. Because where I went out to Lee's Summit. Now this place is a good place. They wanted $800 to put a new one ball joint and one tie rod in. out here at Lee Summit out here. But I just, I mean, that's to me. I mean, if you can do it yourself, you're better off. Like I said, it only cost me $180 to do it all. But what I was going to show, this is basically an inspection. You get a white one like this when the car passes inspection. And what I'd like to talk about too real quick about this before I show this biker is, the guys that have these, have their license to do this, they're obligated to write stuff up. Well, there's a lot of places out there that are approving these cars that won't pass inspection. I see cars I go by every day out here in Independence, Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, and the rest, and they wouldn't pass inspection. Now, you could go back on them. You could go back on them and check who approved it, especially if somebody just, if you think about got some of those cars, bought some of those from a dealership, like these little shady dealerships around. Not good. This, I don't have my deals now, but I got 2 years on my car. So this is what they give you when you give your renewal deals. It was like about $55 here at Independence. Now, is that so much to pay? Well, these ones out here, like, doing the drugs and doing all that other stuff, they don't want to pay. They ain't gonna pay any of that. They ain't gonna pay no car insurance. They ain't gonna pay no, basically any kind of tax for license plates or anything else. They don't think you should have to. I don't know. Some of this money goes for good things. Some stuff don't go for good things. I know the house tax here goes for lots of the school district, and I know there's a big uproar on this deal about this deal here about also sports betting. And I think the schools get enough money as it is. I do agree with one part. I think that it should be regulated to a certain amount because schools have unlimited lots of funding coming into them. Most of what I pay in taxes here on this house goes to the school district. Most of it. And that's crazy. And then they're needing that much more? I don't know about that. Now, me and my son, we go over on the Kansas side. We go sports bet. We go down there. That's why we go down there by Rosedale Barbecue and other places down there. That's Kansas side, so then you can just, place your bet. But Missouri's missing out, But I get these things. I hear these people going back and forth on this stuff. And to me, if Missouri wants more revenue and they want to compete, they're going to have to do something else. But I don't think all of it should go for the school district either. So I don't know how much has been. I haven't had time to look at all that. That's another thing to think about, guys. Election's coming up here. So pretty quick. So something to think about on all this stuff. So let's get on with this and take a look at this biker. He gave me a finger, and I got a finger too. But, here you go again. But what's amazing, I seen an Independence police car just before I pulled in U.S. Bank going, it was going northbound. He actually had a big Harley guy rider behind him. This police car. I'll see if I can find it. I'll show it to you guys. But when I was coming back out of U.S. Bank, crazy stuff. Because, it's insane. But they get up there, and this is what causes wrecks. They should confiscate any car, any vehicle that's doing stuff out here deliberate like this. Because this endangers people on the road, and there's no reason for it. They didn't allow this stuff to go on back in the 80s, so they shouldn't allow it now. And, way back in the 80s, they stopped. At one time, there was a KCI drag strip where you could go drag down here, where they got rid of that. Anything where, people could go do something, they got rid of. But then what they do, then they wouldn't let them cruise no one. You couldn't cruise. Now, I notice, again, now they get over there by Advance Auto and AutoZone, and they have their little get-togethers and stuff. But they wouldn't even allow that. Independence wouldn't. So it makes me wonder why, all this stuff's going on. They need to crack down on these bikers. They need to crack down on the ones that are doing all this stuff out there like that. Because also what's funding all of it? The drugs. The drugs, the drugs, the drugs. So let's get on with it. Take a look. Okay, guys, so I was, whatever this is, what is that, 39th, 35th, whatever. Let's see, that would be what, 39th Street, I believe. There is 39th. And Nolan Road, and I'm coming up here. Now, here's the Independence Police vehicle. And there's a Harley rider. It's going to pull up behind him, and he come up close on him. And let's see if we can see it or not. But I'm going to hold this here. Yeah, there's the Independence Police vehicle. And there's the old Harley rider. Oh, he was going down off the right side to one of the cell phone, it looked like, places. Hold on a second. Let's see. Well, anyway, we're going to go on down here. And I'm going to pull in. And I go to U.S. Bank down here. Let me back this back out so we can see this. And hold on. Okay, guys, so I pull in, and my back dash cam ran out basically of SD space right about this time. That's okay. Don't worry, we got a front dash cam, and we're going to show this guy doing pop wheelies on down Nolan Road here. We're not going to miss this. I wanted to show this real quick. And that was my last one, as you can see right here. Right there. But that's okay, because I got it set up because I save all this information and data that comes across here. So hold on. All right, guys. So I'm going to show myself backing out here. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because this doesn't happen until we get past I-70. And I could see him way back down Nolan popping wheelies back behind me. There was a red vehicle too that was behind me too on that, which I thought was a little strange. So let's just get on up here. I always love these guys that's also hanging off the bridge over here off I-70. But let's just get on here with this. Show this. And he come whizzing by. There he goes. Now watch, guys. I'm going to pull off into the next lane because I want to see how far down this guy's going. See if it had tags on it. And he's weaving. He's weaving back and forth behind this vehicle. Pop wheeling. Let me go back again. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'll lighten this up a little bit more too, guys, so. Go back to normal speed. Okay, guys, I had a phone message. Hold on. We're going again here. See him weaving. There he pops it. I mean, he was doing that all the way down back behind me. Before we even got to the bridge, he's back there. Let me do it one more time because I want you guys to see this. I also blew it up a little bit more too. So let's just take a look at this one more time. Trying to hold my tablet. Let you guys see this. Popping it. Crazy stuff. I mean, there's no reason. They should get a ticket for doing that. If they want to go out and ride dirt bikes, get out in the country, get out in the hills and stuff, do all that. Hold on. All right. Let's see if I can lighten this up. He moving on, popping it. That's okay. He goes slow down up here because he's got a turd up here. He gets to give me the finger. So that's okay. Shows what Kansas City's all about, independence. That's this place here. And he's going to weave back and forth in front of me like he was in front of that vehicle. I ain't gonna let him get behind me again like that, because they broke my mirror on my left side the last time. No, what was that? Let's see. Hold on. Well, there. That's a finger, isn't it, guys? There you go. Now, I live down on here on 47th Street. This is my way to go. Where's this guy going? Well, you might be going to 7-Eleven, because when I went by 7-Eleven, there was some more of those vehicles sitting on that back deal. Don't worry, we're going to show that in a second. But I wanted to show that. This is a Suzuki, and it's got a dent on the gas side tank here. Let's see if I can... I don't know if I can do that or not. Hold on. I want to get a good look at this guy. This guy looks like he could be from, I don't know, 22, 24 years old maybe. And let's see if I'm going to put that. I'm going to show you right here. See that? See where my cursor is? Looks like there's a dent right there in the gas still. But he had an S on it. This is a Suzuki. Oh, Suzuki made good products, didn't they, guys? I drive a car, a Suzuki Rio. They made them pretty dependable. But interesting. Because these are the guys that get over here by Gordman's in their little fancy vehicles and their motorcycles. And what's fun in all those little motorcycles and all those fancy cars? Drugs. I guess unless they're all coming over from the Kansas side, the rich little kids and doing it. Now some of these people do come over here to get the drugs and stuff from the Kansas side. They go down on the 40 highway here, some of those bars and stuff. We'll talk about that in the next video down like I do. But anyway, interesting. And we're definitely going to show 7-Eleven here in a second. Sure we keep him into the end there. I don't know, guys. Just another day in Kansas City here, from U.S. Bank back to my house. But I wanted you guys to see that. Now, hold on. Let's take a look at 7-Eleven for a second. Okay, guys. This is when I went over to U.S. Bank. I was going down Chrysler up here. But there's a vehicle that was sitting there. There's always vehicles, because that's where they deal a lot of the drugs and stuff. There's vehicles that sit here. Sometimes they got homeless people coming over here off back behind where the O'Reilly's is and stuff. But this vehicle right here, there was a vehicle sitting here today. I don't know. Another good one here. So maybe that's where he was going. Because he was going down on down 40 highway. Hold on. See, I'll show it one more time here, guys. Oh yeah, guys. Might as well show this to you. I had to go up and pay my water bill. Because I pay all my bills. Do everything like you're supposed to. But, see this FedEx truck? Now, what's interesting about this FedEx truck? Okay, the guy's not in it. He went inside. But, he left the vehicle running. Now, I walked past this vehicle. And it's running. And, I don't know if this is a good idea being this close to the school. There's a lot of, teenagers, not counting other stuff that goes on down these areas and stuff. But I was just thinking, and then what about everybody's stuff inside? You wouldn't get your stuff if somebody jumped in that truck, took off with it. But it was running. Hold on. Oh yeah, guys, and here's just another view from that good old 7-Eleven Conoco. 7-Eleven, they had a deal just recently where a guy, it was like, I think he was 18 years old, and he got robbed. And guess what? The guy gave him the money, and the guy still killed him. Stabbed him several times, killed him right there at 7-Eleven. But, 7-Eleven tried to say, well, this one place they were saying they think that there should have been 2 people working there. And they said 7-Eleven said they did studies and said that supposedly that it wouldn't matter. They would just put more people in danger. But what about the ones where if they're dealing the drugs in their own area? I mean, they're not providing anything here to keep the drugs down here and stop it from moving. So I don't know. I think they could be liable on certain issues and stuff like this. I mean, because if they're letting this as a breeding ground to deal drugs and homeless, prostitution, other different things, man, I don't know. And there's a lot of times there's stuff going on up here. I've seen them passing pills, doing other stuff. I've shown them many videos where the homeless was walking back and forth to these vehicles, to these cars. I don't know. I don't know, guys. All right, guys. And this was that woman that morning that I went out there to put some antifreeze in my car, took my son's lunch bucket out there.
No trespassing sign. Listen, I will give this to the cops. Stick.
Well, these people that try to cause trouble like that, maybe they get what they deserve in the end. Karma finally finds them, especially since it was her fault. The wreck was her fault, and she didn't have no car insurance. Interesting, guys. All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up here. A lot of stuff. Still got the old bikes rolling, popping the wheelies, doing their things. They figure they rule. And they don't rule, guys. I got a feeling they're going to find that out down the line. And this is my insurance card. I have to pay money out every month. That's what you're supposed to do to be legal if you're driving a vehicle anyway, if you want a vehicle out on the road. A vehicle to drive on the road is a privilege. It's just like your driver's license, the privilege. Now, I went actually, and I got me a real ID. I had to get my driver's license renewed. Now, this was a while back, but they're going to require that if you're going to be flying. I guess a lot of these people ain't going to fly either anymore because I guess they ain't going to have driver's license, so I guess they ain't got to worry because the thing of it is, think about this for an instant. If you don't have car insurance, you don't have anything else like that, well, they shouldn't be out on the road in the first place, should they? So, a lot of stuff going on, and I got other videos. I'm going to be doing some tech videos, too, also. Going to also talk about some more metaphysics. Don't forget, hold on, guys. Let me find that real quick, too. I believe the gym show is going on here in Kansas City, November 1st, 2nd, 3rd at Kansas City International Exhibit Hall. What do you think, guys? Don't forget that. Always got good rocks and crystals out there, too. So that will be coming up. So anyway, guys, keep your eyes open. Make sure you have car insurance. And stay safe out there.